Alright gang, welcome back to a Broke to Billionaire challenge on Ohio Richlands. I've decided just to go ahead and sell the wood chips. Still fully haven't decided what I'm going to do with the production issue that we ran into in the last one. With our mill, right? The mill that we had that issue with. I'm actually doing this one before the last episode came out, so I don't know any of your comments, unfortunately. But, yeah, unfortunately, that just didn't work out like I had hoped. So I'm going to try to find something else to put down in this episode, though. One other thing to note that I did do is I went ahead and put down a few more beehives over there. You can kind of see them in the distance. But other than that, that's really the only thing besides, you know, filling up the BGAs back up that I did off camera. Well, I shouldn't say it's the only thing I did. I did do some research, like I said, trying to find things to utilize, and it just wasn't working out how I had hoped. So, in any case, that is all said and done. I did buy that sprayer. I brought it up here. It's right there, ready to go. You see I already have it set up and ready to go there. I'm going to put this over here for right now if I can get this tractor to go through. It's a tight squeeze, but I'm going to put this here for now because we are going to, like I said, try to find something. Even if we have to put down 2 productions, we're going to find something today to put down to turn in some flour of some sort. So, today, if we look at the map here, we have a couple of things we have to accomplish. Namely, we have got to do some herbicide spraying here and here, as you can see. And then we need to re-drill. We're going to combine these fields, hopefully. Re-drill these fields and this one. But, in the meantime of doing that, I want to go ahead and get the spraying going. Now, the problem we're going to have here, I'm sure... and I probably should be using a different tractor than this one. But anyway, the problem we're going to have here, I'm sure, is the awkward shape of that field, right? The awkward field is the one we need to spray with herbicide. So it's going to cause us a bit of issues, I think. But, yeah, in any case. So what I did with the other one is I unloaded everything and then put it into this one from where we had left off in the last episode, right? We were finishing up that field in the back of being sprayed with herbicides, so... This one's probably going to be a bit difficult to make it work. I might have to just do all of the herbicide spraying on this one myself, but we'll figure it out, I guess, right? This one also needs a second application of fertilizer down as well. Now, I think this is going to have a little bit of an issue for me for a little while getting used to it, because it's one that has the back wheels and it turns automatically with the wheels. So it's a little bit of like it has awkward shapes, as you can see here. It does some awkward turning, for sure. Right there, prime example. So it's going to be a minute for me to get used to this. I might not even be able to get used to it. This might be another situation where I have to get rid of it, even though we spent the money on it. Just because it's weird. It's real weird. It's like they're articulate, like that one tractor that I had before. It's similar to that in nature. But in case, we'll figure it out. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. It is a much longer width, so this should speed up the process of doing spraying tremendously. Like a significant amount of upgrades here for that, and as far as the speed of it goes, it will really, really help. Now, the thing we're going to have an issue with here, I think, is it's going to be a situation where I'm going to run into a lot of stuff like that, right? So it's just a matter of this getting sorted out as best I can. And I'm going to have the worker just do their thing. Now, I should be doing a headland pass, and we always have issues when I don't do headland passes, but we're gonna chance it again anyway. All right, worker's going. So let's find. This is the one we want for now. It should work. Now, if I can learn to drive out of the barn without destroying it. We want to get this plow and see if it'll allow us to combine those 2 fields together, right? I still have all of the solid fertilizer on selling, and obviously we're making money from heat and methane from the BGA, so we're going to be constantly just bumping up money slowly, and then once, 1400 comes around, 2 o'clock, right? When that happens, we should see a pretty big jump from whatever is there for the solid fertilizer, right? Among other things. Now, I'm hoping, let's fingers crossed here, that it'll allow me to do this. If it doesn't, it doesn't, but I'm hoping that it does. It looks like it's going to, so that's good. Really good. We'll be able to combine this field. It's going to be quite a large field. A gigantic field, actually, but that's okay. We will now have, well, I guess we'll have more than just one. I'll have 3, technically. This field will be a similar size to these. It's probably a little bit bigger, but it's around there, so... How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. Staying safe, all that good stuff. Alright, I'm going to have to get rid of that. So that's a problem. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get rid of it this way or if I'm going to have to bring over the... Okay, that worked. Alright, so let's see if we can combine this a little bit better this way. Perfect. We'll call that good. It's not, well, I don't know if it's perfect, but we'll call it good in any case. The best you're going to be able to do in that instance there, unless I can get rid of some of those trees, which that's an option, right? We could try that. AA workers completed their task. I doubt it. But really, we just wanted them to do that while we were doing this anyway, so that's fine. Awesome. Alright, we're going to call that good enough for us. So let's go put this away. And we're going to get the drill, and we're going to get something on the ground here. I don't think I'm going to do cotton over here. I think I've got 2 cotton fields. I think that's enough for now. Hopefully. I mean, if we need to do another cotton field here in the near future, we'll do it. But I think that's going to be enough for now, so we won't do that. I'm not sure what I'll put in there, honestly. I probably should look at the map and see what we actually have in the ground in most of our areas. I know we have 2 cotton fields. But what else do we have? We have multiple soybean fields. Okay, so no soybeans. We should do canola or, some kind of wheat, barley, oat, something like that. We got the small field too. I'll probably do canola in the small field, just because that field can be a pain, as you saw in the last episode. Perhaps this field we do wheat, barley, or canola. I mean, oat, excuse me. Wheat, barley, or oat. Or sorghum. What's our growing stages at currently? There's going to be a bit before they're ready. So, yeah, I think we do wheat or barley, probably. Let's do wheat. We're going to do wheat in this field. So, having that understanding, I'm not going to worry about the small field specifically right now. We'll get it done, I'm sure, today, but I'm not that concerned with that one for now. Let's get the worker at least going on drilling the field over there. We'll go around the headland and then, let the worker do their thing. And then we can take over for the spraying, and then we'll get the fertilizing done on that other field, all that good stuff that we have to do. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, I should fill this thing up. If I don't, we're going to have to fill it up again anyway. But then I'd have to make 2 trips to fill it up. We don't want to do that. I'm going to see if there's anything in here that'll allow me to... Ooh, easy there. Perfect. So we saved ourselves a little bit of money on fertilizer. It doesn't mean we're not going to make as much when 14 hits, but it's okay. Not a ton of seed in here that we'll need to buy, I mean. Yeah, only $595 of seed. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Alright, we're underway here. We got wheat going in the ground, like we mentioned, so this will be a nice big field here of wheat. We'll get a lot of straw out of it, which I think is going to be good, because we are, now that we put that other BGA down that is much faster, we are chewing through our silage and our straw, so that is definitely going to help us. We're probably going to need it. Realistically, I probably should be having the John Deere on this, and actually I might go flip it out. I thought this was going to be sufficient enough, but I always do that, and then I realized too late that, yeah, no, this isn't this isn't strong enough. So let me switch that out really quick just to make sure we're getting the best bang for our buck here, and it's not taking us an eternity and it's paying the worker way more than needs to be. All right, we're going much better. 9 miles per hour. That's more like it. I will not take as long. All right, we just hit 1,400 hours. Didn't really gain a whole lot of money, but that's because the digestate had to be flipped over, and we used a lot of that solid fertilizer just now filling this up. So once 1,500 hits, we should make an okay amount of money. There's still not going to be a bunch, I don't think, but it's still got to, chew through all of that, and it's going to take it a while to do so. Now, realistically, what I should have probably done here, and maybe we'll do it before the end of the episode, I'm kind of wasting a little bit if I do decide to do it, though. I should have saved a little bit of space here to put a track in to our little pond over there, right? Because, well, I mean, the water thing we have, I actually think has plenty in there, so it may not actually need to be filled back up again for quite a while. So maybe we don't. Maybe we don't really need to worry about it. It's just another, bit of money that we would waste. So yeah, let's just not. Let's just scrap that whole thought or idea. But this is probably the first episode, well, I guess the last episode when we did all the wood chips and everything. This is the first episode where I feel like we're in a lot better of a spot than where we had been earlier on, where earlier on I was very, very concerned. I'm still concerned, but I think my concern has, what's the word I want to look for? What's the word I want to use here, I guess? I wouldn't say it's gone away, because it hasn't, but it has diminished to an extent where I think we'll be able to accomplish our goal here, especially with having 2 episodes per week on a consistent basis moving forward until FS25. I'm not as concerned now as I once was, so that's good. And for this week, and probably I'm not even going to say probably, I almost guarantee next week as well, you'll have 3 of these, so that's really going to help too, right? That's really going to help us get to the point we need to be at. Now, speaking of that, I mentioned that, this is only going to be, bonus videos will only be happening for a couple of weeks, and then it'll drop down to twice a week, because we're doing a mini-series, which I've teased a lot, and I'm going to continue to tease it here a little bit, but I was having some struggles. The reason why it didn't just come out immediately after Mazzo, though, I was having some struggles a little bit with how it's a challenge, and I was having some struggles with how I wanted the actual challenge to be, because it's such a short series. I wanted to make sure that the challenge that I was doing was realistic and was achievable. Because if we fail this, that's already one failed challenge, right? We don't need to fail 2 challenges leading up to FS25. So I put a a members-only poll out to my channel members to ask their assistance a little bit, and I think we've got a path forward here. So, at least I hope we do. Not going to say anything else than that. Just trying to keep the idea in the back of your mind to check back. If you don't watch my channel every day, just check back, and something's coming. Something good's coming. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This might be a little bit of a waste, but I'm actually going to cover part of this here. Because when I first started out, before I got back on camera here with you, I had forgot to switch the crop over to wheat. So I want to make sure that we're just not missing anything here on the edge that's still the other crop that was accidentally put in the beginning. And at this point, there's no concern, but back there was. So I'm going to put it on a worker here in just a second. All right, let the worker do their thing. We're going to take over for this. I know there's going to be a lot of issues we have to touch up here. A lot. So let's do what we can here. The problem with this thing is, like I said, it's a little unruly for me. I'm sure a lot of people can do this no problem, but for me it's a little unruly. I'm not the best at it. Especially the way that it does these little awkward turns like that. A little weird. A little weird to get used to, I guess I should say. Which is number of reasons why I'm saying I don't know for sure if we'll end up keeping it or not. If it keeps doing these weird things, I don't know if I can deal with it. It kind of drives me insane. Like a little OCD about it, I guess. I mean, maybe I'll figure it out eventually, I guess, but I keep overcorrecting for it, and I don't need to. Eventually, it'll straighten itself out, I guess is what I'm trying to say, right? But sure as hell, am I gonna keep on doing it though, aren't I? It's not. I don't know. I don't know if I can do this, gang. I think we're gonna have to get rid of this. I don't think I can do this. It was worth a shot, but I don't think I can do this. This is more difficult than I want it to be. Is there anything else in the used market for me to use? No, of course not. So now I got to buy one. I don't like that at all. Which one is the one we have? Commander 4500 Delta Force. This is the one we have. Sure doesn't look like it there, though, does it? I just need one that doesn't do that. That one looks like a pretty good one. It's expensive, but I think it's worth it. So we just spent a little bit of money, but it's all right. Let's get this back to the shop, and I'm gonna utilize that other one, and hopefully that's a little bit better for me in my playing style. All right, let's try this again. I'll just destroy that too. Why not? Oh boy. So the Mammoth. I don't know how you would say it. XL. Mammoth XL. Who knows? One of those. That's what we went with. I like the colors of it too. I like blue and white together. I think they look sharp. Wide width. Seems to be working much easier for me. That's this is the kind of equipment that I want to utilize. So this was a good purchase. A little bit expensive. Ended up costing us around 80 grand, really. But it was worth it. This is going to make our life much easier when it comes to spraying. So, I'm all for it. So I think right now what we'll do here, gang, is we'll throw a time-lapse in. We're going to get the spraying done here. We'll get that other field drilled. All that good stuff. And then we can put some fertilizer down on a lot of the fields. This one specifically. The other one won't need another application of fertilizer to the... Well, yeah, till the next episode, because the next episode will be February. So... And then we got to make our decisions on figuring out some kind of multiple... it's going to have to be multiple productions for, making flour and canola oil. So, let's get going. All right, gang, so I put down a grain mill. I decided to reutilize an old house that we placed down over here with a grate out front. So hopefully this works out well for us. It should. We shouldn't have any issues, hopefully, with this one, like we did the last one. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's going to go through there, no problem. So we're going to put all the wheat in there, and we'll probably... I think it can take soybeans, too, so we'll probably put the soybeans in there, too, because why not? Let's see. I'm going the wrong way. Let's go down to the bottom here. Turn on the wheat flour. Boom. We're making flour, gang. Yeah, you can make soybean flour, corn, soybeans, oats, barley, sorghum. So... let's go get the soybeans and put them in here. I kept some of the wheat in there because we do have the chickens, right? So I kept some of the wheat in there for the chickens because we'll need it. But yeah, we're just going to utilize that old house as an old building that we gutted out, and we're going to make it into our grain mill. Why not? Use our imagination a little bit, right? Yeah, 18,000 wheat in there. We probably don't need 18,000, but we'll leave it be for now and see what happens. Let's put the rest of the soybeans in here. We'll go dump those, get the soybeans started. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and turn that on now, soybean flour. So this should help. This should help as well with our money, right? I'm just going to have everything storing, so it's going to spawn some pallets. Once the pallets are, you know, as maxed out as they can be, we'll just... keep them storing until they're pretty much the best time to sell them, and then flip the actual production itself onto selling, and we can just, you know, move the pallets over to our little sell point right here. We can utilize the skid steer or whatever we want to. Shouldn't take too long for us to do that. Nice. All right, those are going. I'm going to go ahead and park this over here. And then what we need to do is grab the drill, and we need to head down to the small little field. That's the remaining bit that we have left to do today. The worker, I think they said they were done, but I suspect that they did not get the rest of the spraying done the proper way, I guess I should say. I'm sure there's going to be something that was missed. So we'll have to go over there and touch up whatever was missed. I know there was something for sure. So got to get all this stuff put away. I actually don't think we even need to fill this up. I was bringing this over here originally to fill it up. I don't think we even need to fill it up. I think we can just head on over there with the canola and get drilling. So, yeah, there's definitely bits that were missed. I can see it from here. So we'll touch that up again as soon, I guess. It seems like the worker is man, they made a mess of it. Look at all that big area over there. Actually, you know what? Let's just see if we can fix the worker right now and get it done here. I'm going to touch this section up down here right now, just because this is the only bit down here that was missed. I don't know if it's because we combine the fields that's having issues right now or what, but there's definitely something going on here for sure. Sure appears to be the issue, doesn't it? Well, let's try this then. Let's put a what would be the typical headland pass for this field. And I wonder if it's because of this area in the middle, right, that we expanded out and it did not need herbicide. I wonder if that's the reason why it's having issues. It has to be. It has to be. So if we get down here to the end and we put it on a worker going this way, it probably won't have any issues, right? That has to be what it is. Has to be. All right, worker's going again. It should fix it. So let's get ourselves down to the small field here, and we'll get the canola put in. Alright, that field is done now as well. So I think... Let's just double-check my... double-check my statement I'm getting ready to say here, but I think we don't have anything else left to do today. All the weeds are dead. That's been fertilized one time. We have to wait till the next episode before we can fertilize that. Same with this. So yeah. So we're good. So with that, gang, we're going to leave the episode there. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button if you're new. It's free, helps me out a ton. If you have any thoughts, questions, comments, or ideas, feel free to let me know down below in the comments section. I'm happy to get back to you on those. As I've been saying lately, check out my other channel, Zorch Entertainment. Do a lot of different playthroughs on that, mostly campaign playthroughs and some challenges as well. So check that out if you're interested in things besides Farming Simulator. And until next time, I'll catch each and every single one of you in the next episode.